This beta is a story of Einstein. He used to wake up early in the morning and he used to say, I will start studying or working on my paper and thesis and theories at 7:30 sharp. Not 7:28, not 7:29, 7:30. And if the clock hit 7:31, he used to say, let me just start studying at 8. Then 8 becomes 8:30, 8:30 becomes 9, and that's how he won a Nobel Prize. Does it seem like a reliable story? Does it seem like a story that you can trust? No, right? Because no sound mind or no big thing ever came from procrastinating. Right? Procrastination, we all know, bacha. We all know what procrastination is. I don't have to go into details of that. You do the same. 7:38. You start, you want to do something so badly, but you just keep on delaying it for some reason or the other. And you are not alone. I was in that. I used to do this 7:38. And then I heard this story exact that my teacher told me once, that no big thing ever comes from procrastination. If you want to become big, if you want to do something in your life, make it happen right now. Start it right now. Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, or all the big people have one thing in common: they start. They don't delay, they don't procrastinate. And of course, we are not talking right now about starting a business or a Hollywood or a Bollywood career. We are talking about our studies, because that is the basic of us, right? If we get our studies right, if we get our 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th right, it's possible that these habits will continue in the future and will stick with us, and we will not be lazy or a procrastinator. Okay, now beta, what exactly to do? Ma'am, give us the solution. We know what procrastinating is, right? But before that, bacha, I have this theory and I want you to know about that. The theory actually says that actually you are not a procrastinator. We all have some willpowers in us, okay? We all have a specific, let's say we have 10 units of willpower in us. As we wake up, we have complete 10 units in us, right? And as we go through our day, we exhaust ourselves, we give energy to the world, and our willpower decreases. Okay, so the best thing and the first thing you have to do is to start your day with the hardest task ever. The hardest task of that day that you have planned. Okay, start your day with the hardest task, because you have 10 units of willpower. Even if you exhaust 5 units of willpower on this task, which is hard and which is important, the other tasks may not require that much willpower, may not require that much effort, and you will be easily doing that. Okay. Now beta, let's actually come to the points I have gotten for you. This is something that you have to take care in your mind. Okay, the biggest lie that students tell themselves is, I'll start in just 5 hours. 5 minutes. I'll just start at 7:30. I'll just start at 7:31. And we all know how that ends up. Okay, so we will not dive into that. Tomorrow beta, we have all heard that doha, right? Kaal kare so aaj kar, aaj kare so ab, kal mein parlay ho jayegi, bahuri karega kab. And that actually, if you see people around you, and if you see who are successful, who are able to get more work done, are the ones who don't say that I'll start in 5 minutes. They just start right now. Okay, and the basic point is, you have to understand that you are not lazy. Don't categorize yourself that, ma'am, I am just lazy. I used to say that I am lazy, and I'm living in a new city. I don't have my parents around, and I do everything this quickly. I reach home, I don't even sit. I quickly change and get all the works done. Because I am not lazy. It's just a lie I used to tell myself to make myself feel better, to avoid things, right? So why are you procrastinating? What is the problem? That the tasks look big. Again, if the task is big, what we are going to do? We are going to start in the morning. But why it looks big? It looks big, and it creates a fear in your mind. It creates an anxiety and stress, and that produces more delay, right? That's just a loop. and you have not completed it, next day you are going to wake up and regret, oh, I should have done it yesterday, right? That's the biggest thing that you can do yourself if you don't want to succeed. Okay, so beta, what's the actual problem? This is the trap. This is the procrastination trap. We wait for motivation, right? We wait for something in this world happens to me. I get bit by a spider and I'll be a Spider-Man, I'll save the world. That's not going to happen, right? Nobody is coming to give you a big motivation speech. You have to be your own motivator. So what you are doing right now, you wait for motivation, and of course it doesn't come, so you don't study, and you feel the guilt that I didn't study. It stresses you out, and there is no inspiration, and hence the cycle continues. Right? So waiting for feeling motivated, waiting for someone or something to happen in your life to feel motivated is the worst thing that you can do to yourself, because beta, sometimes we delay things and life actually does something that makes us feel that has to make us feel independent. There are so many people who are lazy and now they are out in the world and they have to become someone that they were not practiced before, right? So don't wait for life to take the steering, the gear in its hand, because when life gives the problems, when life takes charge, it's really hard to cope up with that. So be your own motivator, be your own someone who motivates you, who tells you, okay, let's do it, it's fun. Make everything fun, make every task fun. But before that, get up and start. We will start, we will make everything perfect, but get up and start. And that's where we come to the point that study for just 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes, not anymore. You are looking at the time 7:29. Okay, 7:29. Let me just study for 1 minute. 1 minute, not even 5 minutes. 7:29 to 7:30. Let me just open the book and see what's in it. Let me just open the copy and see what's actually in it. What I'm going to study today. Is that not hard? That's not hard, right? It's just 1 minute of your willpower, 1 second of your willpower. And of course, then you open the book, then you feel like, okay, let me just study, let me just keep my phone aside and focus for some time. And that 1 minute makes you it 5 minutes, 15 minutes. And if you are actually serious about this, you will see that you are able to study for 1 hour. It's in you. You have that mindset, but you are just procrastinating. Okay, you have to start first, right? And for that beta, we have to keep our distractions away. Your phone is competing for your future. That is one line, right? That really stuck out to me. See, in your future, you can't tell someone when you say, what did you do in your life? Oh, I just scrolled reels and watched some movies, watched some series. Will that be a good thing? You tell me, will that be a good thing? No, right? We all know that. We all know that. But we are just a little bit of a procrastinator, right? We get distracted by our phone. So keep your phone away. Deep focus, keep your phone in another room. If you can't trust yourself, I do it. If you can't trust yourself, keep your phone in another room. Open one tab, one task at a time. Don't open 20 tabs and you're scrolling through and you're shifting the tabs and you're don't understanding what to do, right? So just focus on one task at a time. Done. Distractions are away. We understood what procrastination is. We have to just be our own motivator, and distractions are in another room. And now is the time to study like a topper. Now is the time to actually put the efforts in the right direction. And we all know Pomodoro's technique, right? We all know how important this technique is, that you study 25 minutes, you take 5-minute break, another 25 minutes, 5-minute break, another 25 minutes, 5-minute break, and then you get 15 minutes break actually. Right? So that's how you reward yourself. See, these 5-minute breaks, bacha, these are your rewards. So tell yourself, okay, let's study for 25 minutes and 5 minutes I'll give you the reward. It may seem like less, right? But right now it's just the starting, right? So this 15 minutes, you can, if you are studying in a day for like 2 hours, 3 hours, then you just have to do it twice. Right? You just have to do it twice and you are done with the day. How hard is that? It's not. It's just in our brain. Okay, now beta, after you have done that, don't study everything. When we are studying science or SST or math or anything, we want to make sure that we are focused and we are getting a reward out of it, right? But there is a definite technique to study as well, right? Don't sit and open NCERT every time and you read it line by line, right? No, right? Because we have made notes, right? And then after that we have made short notes as well, and we have practiced questions as well. Now, whenever you are revising, whenever you are studying again, go through these notes, these short notes, these questions. Why did we make those notes? So that you can open NCERT again? No, right? You don't have to open NCERT again and again, because you have already done that part. Now it's time to read the short notes, read the notes, get that information, engraved in your mind, and that's how things happen. Let's say you have the target, right? So you did physics numericals, you did biology diagrams, you did 20 MCQs and a quick revision, and you got a 15 minutes break, 5 minutes break. That's up to you. You can maybe stretch that break of 5 minutes to 10 minutes if you want. Okay, get freshen up, go talk to your parents, go talk to your friends. That's how freshen up. Don't scroll reels. Okay, that's not the way to freshen up. Then if you start scrolling reels, we all know where we end up. Done. And beta, after that, after you have started studying, see, a lot of people don't start because they think they are not perfect. They are waiting for the right time, right opportunity, right mindset, right? That's not how things work, even in your study, even in your life. Doing something is better than doing something with perfection. Something that is bad can be perfected, but something that does not exist, how can that be perfected? So you start first, you are done with that thing, and then we improvise it, then we revise it again, then we revise that chapter again, that diagram again, make that diagram, label it somehow, and then we can perfect the labeling, right? But if diagram is not made at all, how can you perfect the labeling when the diagram does not exist, right? There is a student who still hasn't started, who is waiting for the perfect mode, who is just staring at the diagram. Okay, heart, right ventricle, left atrium, right atrium, right? So, but the other person is just drawing it. Right ventricle, right atrium, right atrium. It's not perfect, but it's done. He has made the diagram. He has not even started. So that's the difference between something who gets the work done and who is just waiting for perfection. You don't need perfection right now, okay? You just need to do the stuff, okay, beta? And with that, you tell me now, are you a procrastinator or not? You are not lazy, you are not someone who don't want to do this, and you are not someone who will not regret it later. Some people are like this, okay, I will not do it, and they won't regret it later as well. But you are not getting something out of it. Even if you are not studying, it's still in your brain. Oh, I have to do this, oh, I have to study this, I have to study this. And the whole day you are just thinking about, oh, I have to study this, I have to study this. If you get it over within the first half, the second half, you are free. You have the freedom that you want, right? So that is something to take care of. That is something to see that I am the one who's getting freedom after doing the work, not someone else. Okay. So beta, this is your no procrastination challenge for the next 7 days. Okay, from Aditi Mam to you, let me know in the comment that yes ma'am, we will follow this plan, and yes ma'am, we will trust you. What is the challenge? Day 1, you just study for 25 minutes. No, nothing else. Just 25 minutes. That is more than enough. Day 2, keep your phone away and then give the same 25 minutes. Done. And with the day 3, you have 3 sections, and now maybe you are able to complete the chapter, right? There is a video of 1 and 1.5 hours, 25 minutes. You have completed that video in 3 days. How hard is that? No, right? I'm not even asking you to complete the one shot in 1 day. At least take 2 days, 3 days, but do it. Okay, even if you don't understand all the concepts, even if you don't understand all the NCERT, just go through it. Okay, it will give you satisfaction that you did something. It will release a dopamine, a happy hormone, that I did something, and this is what that makes me feel good. Right? Then with day 4, you solve some MCQs, you take a little bit test. Okay, day 5, revise. Day 6, an error notebook. You have revised all this, you did all this, and you wrote the chapters, you wrote the topics which were a little bit hard. Okay, you try doing the MCQs, then you thought, okay, these are my weak topics, let me revise them again. You revise them again. In the error notebook, you wrote the mistakes and you revised them one time again, yes, twice, and then you reward yourself on the 7th day by just chilling. Okay, so beta, this is a gift from me to you. My teachers actually taught me that this procrastination is a silly, how do you call that insect which rots all the wood, right, and takes away all its elements, its actual, how do you call it, the nature of wood. Right? So don't let this procrastination take something away from you that is yours to build, it is your future, it is your current present, and it is your relationship with your study, with your parents, with your friends. Maybe we are still procrastinating. Oh, I have to call this friend, let me just call him tomorrow. Okay, I'll do it day after tomorrow. It's present in everywhere. Just click the button, call them if you want, open the notebook, start studying. It is valid in every stream of life. Okay, and you are not lazy, I know that. Okay, so comment down that yes, Aditi ma'am, we will stop procrastinating and start taking the control of our life in our hands. Okay, that is it for this video. I hope you find this better. I'll meet you in the next one.